And here we are having Dr. Aisha Alsheikh directly from Doha, Qatar, that she been chosen as the new regional director of Global
Woman
Woman
Club.
Club Doha.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Dr.
Good
Aisha. How are you?
afternoon. I'm really, really great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aisha, for your time, for the wonderful speech that you gave us
Thank
during
you.
this wonderful event from Daniela Bauman, and thank you so much for sharing your special moments and
Thank
especially
you.
this interview with us. It means a lot.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Aisha, I will start by the first question.
Okay.
We would like to know, Dr. Aisha, please, what made you to become the regional director of such a wonderful woman club like this one?
Ooh, this is a long answer, but I'll make it short. Um, First of all, let's talk about the personal aspect of it. Personally, I have been going through very, very rough times a few months back, and that was like I think 6 or 7 months ago, where I think all of us go through up and down in life, but this time for me was I've reached a new low where I sometimes would wake up and just don't want to wake up and just try to go back to sleep. Or when I wake up and I realized, and I ask God, please, why am I here? Just take my soul. And that was a really, really bad. I realized myself, oh my God, you cannot be in this situation after everything you know, all the knowledge in the world, what you're helping people with. You cannot, you need to start doing something because at that time, at that moment in time, all the doors closed in front of me. Everything, job wise, business wise, everything I've worked for just started collapsing. And I didn't have a way out. So I asked my mom, I was like, listen, I'm going to go for a week and isolate myself. You know, isolation is actually good sometimes to reflect and all of that. And, um, and I had to really, really dig deep. I had to really dig and connect to my soul. Sometimes the only way out is taking a journey within. And I was there. I really had to connect with myself, connect to God, connect to everything I know in terms of what am I supposed to do? What is my message? What is my soul's message in this world? And after that, I had this immediate, I really went deep and I had these immediate answers coming up to me. What, what am I supposed to do? The answer were like, serve. What am I supposed to be doing it or through education, empowerment, inspiration? What do I love? I love traveling, exploring, getting to know different cultures. What do I also, how I can do it and earn money? You need to find a way to serve people and earn money through doing what you love. I just literally sat down with myself. I was like, how can I do all of that? Do it. And I love speaking. I love empowering. I love education. I love spreading the knowledge I've accumulated all these years. Like I asked God, God, you put me through hell and back. You literally gave me the opportunity, despite with all the difficulties I've found or I've been through, I also had lots of opportunities alongside with it, you know? And I was like, okay, you put me through this, you put me through that. What am I supposed to do now? And all that came to my mind is serve, serve, serve. Through what? Educate, educate. These are the answers that came to my mind. I was like, okay. And that when I remembered, how can I do all of that and speak and serve and volunteer and travel and do all of that in a way that is more empowering to me? And the Global Women Club came to mind because I was part of it 3 years ago when I was living in London, when I started building my business before everything collapsed and I lost my father and lost everything literally at that moment in time. And I realized, I remember that group was really good, of really powerful women, empowering, really genuine women who wants to help other women succeed in business. And I was like, okay, I need that. I felt so alone here when I was in Qatar, by myself, trying to reset everything. And I was like, I need to go back out there. I need to utilize everything I learned from the giants around the world. I had the opportunity to travel. I don't know if you know Tony Robbins, Dr. Richard Bandler, Marissa Peer, and so many other powerful speakers. And I got that. I was like, why am I so still stuck? And I realized I was not living my purpose. And I realized the only way I can do that is through connecting to them. It's the gateway. It's the way to go forward. Immediately, I just like went to my phone and started messaging Mirella. I was like, Mirella, I want to become a global woman. I want to do. It's like she's welcome. It's like, and not only that, I didn't find the right environment. I want to create it in Qatar. I want to become the new regional director of Qatar. I want to open this branch here because I know how many people it will help. And I need to create the right environment for businesses to grow and thrive, because this is so essential. I did not have that as much as I hoped, and I need to do that. And I said, and also this is an advice for everyone: if you can't find something, create it. Don't give up. Never ever give up. And I just needed to find the right thing. And I was like, just like, yes, we're happy to come to Qatar. I was like, yes, this is amazing. And that's when I decided to become the director. And I said, you know what? My job, my role is to empower women, empower the locals, businesses, startups, entrepreneurs, people who even don't have a business but want to get into and don't know how. This is the place for them. I was like, why am I not doing this here and bringing it to Qatar? So the idea basically is I want to bring the world to Qatar and take Qatar to the world through businesses, through empowerment, through inspiration, because that's the only way forward is when we put our hands together and we grow together through whatever we want to do, through the different platforms around the world. And yeah, and I know I have a big responsibility. It's going to be tough, but I know that it is something, it's in alignment with my job that I've always, my company, what I stand for, and it's just not something different from what I want to do. So it just worked together. And yeah, and that's how I became the new regional director in Qatar. And I wanted really to expose the world to a different mindset, a different way of looking at life, and a different way of operating businesses. And yeah, and that's why we're establishing this club.
I am speechless listening to you because all what you said has a lot of sense, and especially when you mention you have to work together.
Yeah.
And you are bringing the world to Qatar and Qatar to the world.
Yeah.
This is amazing because you, Dr. Aisha, are the main bridge as well,
Yeah.
to contribute that your country, Qatar, gets more open to the world, and also to give us the chance to know more about it. This is admirable.
Thank
You're
you.
a woman, you've made a big step for your country.
Yes.
This
Thank
is
you.
fabulous.
And I'm looking forward to it.
And Dr. Aisha, let's jump right now in the second question.
Okay.
What do you expect from the Global Woman Club in Doha? What are your expectations for this new fabulous project in Qatar?
It's a lot, actually. I'm expecting, my role, my main role is to not only connect the businesses, but also to empower local businesses, local women, local leaders to be heard, to be seen, to be helped, to be aided with whatever they need. And I'm literally like the support system now. I became the support system through this organization to also, if they want to expand abroad, if they want to have be speaking on stages, if they want to collaborate internationally, they can literally through the club reach out directly to powerful, influential women around the world. And being in that environment, I think it will take businesses to the next level, because you don't have to go through that. You have the support. You really have that environment. And I think that will help a lot of people. A lot of people, not only just through businesses, but personally, because you get educational programs about mental, how to face certain aspects, how to run your business. They even have a business like school for women. So you're literally covered from so many different areas to make you successful and thrive. And I think that would be a good, big addition to everyone, even the startups in Qatar and the neighboring countries. I think it's just going to cause, I'm just hoping for booming in the economy, for also, it's in alignment with Qatar Vision 2030, which talks about human development, economical development, which talk about environmental development, and just being an education. And this combines them all. And being able to establish and be alignment with the country's vision, that's even more power to it. And I think it will create a massive acceleration in the growth of the businesses and the personal development of the people who are involved in this club. And I think that's my role, and that's what I want to bring and take as well, and take it globally, about our culture, about our way of operating, and it's all about just growing together. It's literally it. I want to be in a place, and I want to create a place where people, and women especially, feel safe in terms of being able to open up, not be betrayed, being safe in terms of not only safe, but surrounded by like-minded people who actually want good for you, want your business to succeed. Because as I said before, your success will be my success. I have to make sure that you are successful. Otherwise, I failed myself and failed you and failed myself as well. And I hate to fail. I really don't. As much as I can understand it's a learning experience, but my intention is to serve you with the best I can. And I think being able to utilize my knowledge, my abilities, my skills I've accumulated over the years could be expanded and multiplied many times through this club, and how much I can offer to the community and my country and the world as well. So that's the aim, the main thing I want to do with this club.
And I'm sure you will get it.
Inshallah,
I
yeah,
am sure,
this is my
inshallah.
mission, yeah.
I am sure.
Who I am is to educate. That's my slogan: educate, empower, transform life. That's my company slogan, and that's what it's all about: educating. Because only through education you can raise people's awareness, and once you raise people's awareness, people more aware to create that change that you desire to happen in the people. And then empower and being able to learn the skills and be able to help yourself and stand up. And not only that, but creating that ripple effect, that not by just changing, you're changing generations to come. Women, I believe women, as we say, is half the society, right? Many people say that women half of the society and men and the other half. No, I would say no, women half of the society, but she raises the second half. So her education, her way of flourishing is the most priority for a very successful society, a society that is healthy, a healthy society. That's what I'm aiming at, not just any society. If a woman is healthy, able to, educated, well-educated, she will raise generations that are strong, generations of leaders. And that's what my main focus is as well. So I want the next generation to be even better, and generations of leaders. And yeah, and I'm trying my best, and hopefully I will, not only alone, but with the other local powerful women as well, to work as one hand to change the world and make it a better place.
And Dr. Aisha, something catch my attention during this interview, and is the fact that you mentioned that you have a company. Could you please tell us a little bit more about your company?
Yes.
Where is it based? Which services you offer?
Yes, of course. My company is a UK-based company. It's called Minds Rewired. I have just re-established it again. I remember I said I had built a business in the UK, but then everything collapsed and I had to come back. And I had to go back to that because of a lot of other reasons. And it's all about, it's an event-based, educational-based, health and training-based company in the UK. And it's still a startup phase in a way, but I'm utilizing it to start building my services. What I do currently is basically as a consultant to a lot of business women in terms of their mental health related aspect of things and personal development. Actually, I would say personal development, but using and utilizing all the skills I've gathered from the best around the world to help transform these women's lives. And at the same time, I've been using it to do workshops and events and collaboration with different companies and training centers in Qatar to basically raise awareness, community awareness in their mind, in their thoughts and emotions, and many other things, many different topics, especially finding their purpose in life and figuring out who they are and what they want to do. And I'm writing a book about that as well. So I really want to benefit people the best way possible. And the only way also that can help me was through also the club. Being able to be part of the club will help me grow exponentially, and my company. And I know that I'm surrounded by the right women, the right people to help me flourish. And yeah, I think that was the right move I've done in terms of accelerating my growth and my company. And more things are coming. I will reveal it when the right time comes.
And let us know as well, please, when are you planning to launch your book? I know it's still under process,
Yes,
but please.
yes, I will. I want to give the world something that can be a lasting and like a good guide
The book
for
will
everything
be
I've
in
learned.
English and Arabic, just in Arabic?
Yes, it's in English and Arabic.
Wonderful.
Yes, that's the aim. Inshallah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for thinking as well about the non-speakers.
No, of course. I'm writing it actually in English, and I'm gonna translate it.
Amazing.
My English is stronger than my Arabic, unfortunately. But yeah, I have to find a way to express myself. But I'm gonna express it in both ways, and have to edit it afterwards, I guess.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And Dr. Aisha, before finishing this thoughtful interview, because honestly, I learn a lot, and I think the audience learn a lot as well.
Thank you.
After this interview made to you, we would like to know, please, or better to say, what is your general advice to everyone?
Oh, this is a tough one, but I would say, first of all, figure out who you are. That's number one. Who you are at your soul, and being that authentic self, that being authentic, true to yourself and true to other people. I would say know yourself as a soul. What's your real message to this world? Then know what you want. How do you want to live in this world? How do you want to operate in this world? And based on those two, and what's your message, obviously, with it, what you want, and how you can be in alignment with your soul's message by being who you are. Once you align these two, then look of the different ways that you enjoy doing and using that to serve humanity and give back. Build a business or a lifestyle based on that. If you're just going through life, not knowing what you're doing just because you've been raised a certain way, or you need to go to university just because, or study that subject just because, and then ended up working for a long hours, suddenly you have a midlife crisis and you just want to leave everything behind, and you're just feeling lost and being unproductive, being just, that's not a way to live. That's not a really way to live. I believe God had put treasures inside of each of one of us, and everyone is so unique and everyone is so powerful if they got in touch with that resource or got in touch with that source within. And your main job before deciding what career you want or going into what field you want to do, figure out what you're supposed to be doing. And it might be hard to a lot of people, but one of the easiest way to figure this out is look at the patterns of your past experiences. Look what you've been through and what's your main problem, because solving that problems is realigning you because with your purpose. Everyone is different, but it's usually mostly related to where you are, where you grew up, what problems you face. If you're someone who's been always struggling with weight, struggling with your health, then you know all your struggles, and the key to that would be in alignment with doing something to serve humanity through health, for example. There are so many other ways of doing it. This is one way, but there is more to it, and I will reveal it, inshallah, in my book. But this is one way. And I think once you are in alignment, your whole life will change. Job would not be a job. It would be just, it's like, I always build a life. There's a nice saying that says, build a life that you don't want a vacation from. And in order to do that, you need to be in alignment with what you're meant to be doing, who you're meant to be doing. Because at the end of the day, I believe we are souls having human experience. And I think the only thing that will ever be meaningful is to leave something that will serve other people, and your legacy is how many lives you've touched, how many peoples you've saved, how many people you changed their life, how many generations you've impacted by the work you do, and who you are just by mere existence. Just by existing and really living your authentic self and truly living your purpose, you will become great. It just flows. And reaching that point will require a lot of self-awareness, a lot of understanding, a lot of healing from past experiences, and really, really getting in touch to what your core message is in this world. And that will change everything. It will change your health, it will change your family, it will change your society, it will change everything around you. And I think that's the main core message to everyone. Even crimes, even the people who have struggled a lot, who've done that, but once you figure out what you want to do, it will switch things around for you, everything.
I totally agree what you have said, Dr. Aisha. Honestly, I'm still speechless because I've been paying attention to every single word that you were saying, the coordination of your words, the message, the main message that you want to deliver. And honestly, I think that this is, as per my experience, one of the best interviews I ever did.
Thank
because
you.
honestly, you went deep in the human being, thoughts, challenges, dreams, expectations, and this is something that all of us we have, but sometimes we are lost, we don't find the right way, or we are misplaced, or we don't know who we really are. So the fact that you said, first of all, you have to know who you are and what you want, I think these two questions deserve two good answers, and each one of us has to question themselves instead of questioning others.
Yes.
And
Oh yes.
answering
Oh
themselves.
yes.
And I think that you've been also through this. That's what makes you, mashallah, a strong woman.
Thank you.
With self-confidence, with straight thoughts, like you know where are you going, what is your destination, and from where you depart. This is important. I entirely congratulate you, Dr. Aisha.
Thank you so much, dear.
I think that the Global Woman Club Doha wouldn't choose someone better than you. Bravo.
Oh, Habibti, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Bravo, bravissimo.
Thank you, dear.
And it was a pleasure to meet you.
Muchas gracias.